This is everybody's day. This is everybody's day. May you not go in, circle the mountain like I circled. That's why I'm hard. I wasted time. God still told me here. When I sat here, when Angela was worshiping heavenly worship, God still told me here. He said, you made too many mistakes. You'll have gone further. By 37, I want you to have come into places. I don't like this version of me. I said it in Ibadan yesterday. I said it in Benin too. I've checked the books. This version is years old. I shouldn't be this weak. There are things that the Lord would have had me know. But there was nobody to watch over my life. I was just, this one, let's engage. This one, let's engage. That's how I was doing. If you are not guided, you will still arrive, but with many scars. I have them. Wasted years. What I'm doing now is catch up. That's why I'm hard. That every generation should not make mistakes. You don't just receive grace from us. You also come into the reward of our own sufferings too. It's that your life experiences greater ease. You track faster in God. You are still 20, 23, 24. You've covered our distance because you have a guide. And me, I will use every tool. I said it in Benin. I've learned that the easiest tool that God uses for me to retract me is the presence. He knows I value it. And so he leaves me in the presence, but he deadens my ability to pick realities from it. And I read my Bible and I'm wondering, Kini verse mean? Ha, Tolu, I start crying. Say, help me, help me. I come to prayer and I know that I really don't boot normally. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We can run. It makes me run like that. But I come this day and I say, thank you, sir, for 2 hours. Ha! I will not even pray again. I'll just start crying. You know me. You know me. Don't let me die here. So that's my own chastening too. He tones down the consciousness of the presence. And I know I'm in trouble. Such as I have received of the Lord, I also give. I do it physically too. I make people feel like they are not there. I just mind my business. So that they will go and start looking for instructions. Kileni solas, kilo solas, kilo solas. I'm speaking to plenty of people. Because I don't want to fight. Should I start fighting? No. He has warned me of my utterances. So silence is good. So if I'm quiet, it's because I think you know enough to be accurate. Retract. Are you with me or loud? Okay. You know enough. So Jesus gathered them together to introduce them into that second phase where there will be templates. He commissioned them, and that commissioning happened in Matthew chapter 28 verse 19 and 20. But you give me verse 18. I always love that foundation. Stay with me. He commissioned them, and the enormous nature of that commission, there are many in scriptures, was made us gift it the name the Great Commission. The Great Commission. It's so great. However, the evangelists in the fivefold have hijacked the Great Commission. And many times it looks as if the Great Commission is designed to end by notifying people of the gospel. So somebody believes he's fulfilling the Great Commission because he met Christian and says, "Ma, are you born again?" Do they still ask those questions now? Okay, are you born again? So the guy says he's a Christian and he's not born again. You still preach to him again. Is that what we do? No, I'm asking. Because I said during the week that not everybody that calls himself Christian is born again. There's a laboratory test, and if you fail it, you are not. As a matter of fact, not everybody that is saved is supposed to call himself a Christian. Because if we look at you and you don't look like him, if you have read the sinner's prayer, we can't say that you are not saved. But until you look like him, and we can mistake you for him, you are not supposed to be called Christian. Because God didn't give us that name. It was a feedback. Christian came as a result of an experience. Say we are related with them. What's our George Jesus by Christian? No one. Nissen I think was in Ibadan sharing it. As somebody who has been going to church for a long time, he has even never come to the altar before. Whether the public altar or the one in his room, he just goes to church. If you give him a form and tell him to fill, what will he write in religion? Christian. He neither knows the Lord nor does the Lord know him. Because if you just keep coming to church and you have not submitted to his lordship, he doesn't know you. The church can know you because you can join choir if you have a good voice. Do you still use that your form? That your old form? You have thrown it away. Sunshine. Because that their form. That form is more complex than some pastor forms. That's pastoral ministry forms. That old one, maybe they have adjusted it. Is it still the form? All of you have filled their form. That means, did you fill form? Motivational. Did you fill form? Okay. When I saw it, I was wondering, difficult. You might not be able to finish filling it if you don't lie on the way. It was that original one was that difficult. And that's how it's supposed to be. Because the truth is, people should not serve in church if they have not known the kingdom. They must be taught. Many people have no allegiance as citizens of the kingdom. The kingdom is not supreme. They are still more Nigerian than Christ. So he says that he's a Nigerian Christian. And we know that a Nigerian Christian can still collect bribe. He can drop spirituality at the door of his church and come back next week. That's what it means. He's more Nigerian than Christian. But I found out that the average Muslim is first Muslim before he's a Nigerian. Their commitment is more to what they believe than this nation. So if they have a pledge, they will first pledge there before they pledge here. I pledge to Nigeria, my country. It's higher. You don't even know your pledge in the spirit. Jesus gathered them together. He was going to send them, but he didn't want them to go with ambiguous terms. What are we going to do? What will be the proof that we have labored accurately? It was all contained. However, before he began to speak those words to them, he had to back up to verse 18 and give them a foundation that if you stay true to the commitment, you are heavily defended. What did he say? And Jesus came and spake unto them, saying, all power. Now, if you check the Greek rendition, it's not the word dunamis, it's the word exousia. What he's saying is there is a facility in God that controls power. It's called authority. All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. It means a witch might have power, but we can override it. A priest in darkness can have power. They have power. Don't join those who say devil doesn't have power. Our old mothers have said it. You know that line. What they are saying is true. This one that is 1 year devil doesn't have power. A trial will convince you. As the anointed cherub that covereth, he had powers. As a matter of fact, he knows this earth well because he knew the one before our dimension. He had the map of Eden in his hands. So even though there was a spiritual wall or so that covered Eden, he knew how to navigate. He knows that in the day that God builds walls with this creature that God is making, that what actually walls a territory is not brick and mortar. What walls a territory is men. And that's the